Dig it.
Slow drag with remedy. Ballyhoo and welcome. The love affair passion project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson, and this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and the art of conversation as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with Starting to Come to Me from All This Useless Beauty, released in 1996. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello's birth name, finding its well-deserved place in the Journeyman collection of All This Useless Beauty. Starting to Come to Me is a highly polished and refined piece that is so natural sounding it feels as if we're overhearing a conversation or perhaps even an internal monologue, rather than a lovely piece of poetry that it truly is. The gamut it runs is simply spectacular. As you will hear, his use of what is the same and what is opposite create a crackling showbiz world where anything is possible. It started to come to me, your new career would probably end like this. All that professional lipstick pressed into an amateur kiss. Farewell to the studied lines and carefully broken hearts, the overpowering perfume and the glimpse of the garter, mingling with the sweet smoldering scent of the martyr. Well, it's starting to come to me. Starting to come to me. This piece seems to come close to beginning in an unusual fashion of leading with its chorus. Since this is ostensibly a ballad, however, the line, "It started to come to me," is just a good introduction, as well as an excellent mirroring device with the line at the end of the verse. The exquisite progressive rhyme of hearts, garter, and martyr anchors a series of opposites that will flow throughout what could be categorized as a Hollywood tale of stardom. Well, I say stardom, but I know it's always a good idea to save judgment, as this is an Elvis Costello piece, so it is more than likely much more than the sum of its parts. Professional Lipstick, Amateur Kiss is the first of many polarizing vignettes that help bring this story to life. As well, there are many events that feel as if they have the same emotion, the reaction to an overwhelming perfume, for instance. Might just be the same as stealing a tantalizing glimpse of a garter. Farewell to the expected, welcome to the chaos that is sure to follow. So you began to recognize the well-dressed man that everybody loves. It started when you chopped off all the fingers of those pony skin gloves. Then you cut a hole out where the lovelight used to shine. Your tears of pleasure, equal measure, crocodile and brine. You try to laugh it off, saying, "I knew all the time, but it's starting to come to me, starting to come to me." The quoted line of the one laughing it off, saying, "I knew all the time, but it's starting to come to me," brings us closer to an understanding of its meaning. At the same time, it takes us miles away. I knew, but I didn't know. It's brilliant, maddening, and refreshing. In short, it is typical Elvis Costello. Even with the metered rhyme of love and glove and shine and brine, this chorus reads less like poetry and more like a conversation. It's so matter of fact. Those pony skin gloves mark what might be the first mention of this fashion accessory since the patent leather gloves of No Dancing from My Aim Is True. Cutting them off for a little more skin to skin action, marring one of the defining features of the man everyone loves. What is created is a literal cutting juxtaposed with a figurative cutting of where the love light used to shine. A lovelight in British English is the brightness of the eyes characteristic of someone in love. So it's more touching, less loving, it seems. It's all pretend anyway, just a case of crocodile tears. Sometimes you bring me down to play reluctant confidant. You say you may reward him if he gives you what you want, but these are days to treasure and to hold. They are much too precious to be sold. You'd probably play the pirate if you weren't so busy digging up the gold. This verse is shorter than the two that have come before it. It keeps to an AABBB structure that again sounds more conversational and less overtly poetic. What an amazing feat to pull off. The notion of a pirate and a gold digger as one and the same is truly inspired. If the person weren't a gold digger, meaning if they hadn't snared a rich person, then they'd probably be out searching for a person whose gold they can dig, with the implication being that acting is at the heart of both of these endeavors. This is so cutting, so inviting, so clear eyed in its observation. Now you could tell he wanted you, 'cause you could almost taste it on his breath. But you always cheated life, just like the bold daredevil cheated death. Incidentally, late last night your understudy finally got what you deserve. In private, she's seductive, but in public, she's prim porcelain and nervous, afraid someone will recognize the shame in her eyes. You've still got your dignity, or the next best disguise. You never know when to say no and when to compromise, but it's starting to come to me. With a slightly different rhyme scheme from each of the preceding verses, this final verse continues to employ what is the same and what is the opposite as seen throughout. Dignity cast as the same as any other disguise. The shame in her eyes offset where the love light once was. Private versus public now joins the professional and the amateur. Real tears and crocodile tears, the difference between holding on to something versus selling it, cheating life as opposed to cheating death, and when to compromise and when not to. All these polar opposites flow in to a nearly impossible assertion that it's starting to come to me. Dig it. Again, this has been a slow drag with Starting to Come to Me from 1996's All This Useless Beauty. Expert in the way only Mr. Costello can be, of course he isn't going to tip his hand so easily. It's up to each listener on each retelling to affix a meaning of what each similarity and opposition he's concocted culminates to, and what it is exactly that's coming to him. It's a cutting piece that can jar you as easily as it can lull you to sleep. And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. Thank you for listening. Other gems from All This Useless Beauty you'll enjoy a slow drag with are episodes 9, Grace and Virtue. It's a slow drag with the title track, All This Useless Beauty. Episode 23, False and Lovely Modesty. It's a slow drag with Little Atoms. Episode 56, Pure Illuminated Sweetness. It's a slow drag with Distorted Angel. And episode 61, A Pirate's Cutlass. It's a slow drag with Poor Fractured Atlas. You can find me on social media in all the usual places. Just search my name, Remedy Robinson, or the name of my podcast, Slow Drag with Remedy. Also, please visit slowdragwithremedy.com for companion blogs, transcripts, and other useful informations. A link to my first novel, The Most Terrible Time in My Life, ends Thursday, is a link there. Please take the time to subscribe and give this a 5-star rating, especially on Apple Podcasts. As always, thank you for helping get the word out about this little passion project. Truly, it means the world. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with remedy.